friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Holly and I do all sorts of lifestyle and often nerdy Disney, Star Wars-y, Marvel-y content, so make sure you subscribe if you enjoy that kind of stuff. Today we're doing my January check-in on my goals. If you didn't go watch my 2024 goals video, I will link it up here or up here, wherever it falls, for you guys to go check out so you kind of have some context for what I'm talking about. But one thing that I wanted to do this year is I wanted to do monthly check-ins on my YouTube channel to see how I'm doing with my goals. It is currently a gloomy day on Thursday, January 25th, and I'm taking some time out of my workday to do my update video. Today is an exciting day because my friend Julia is coming to visit, which is super exciting. And so I wanted to get this filmed and everything before she gets here. So, first goal that I talked about was saving $10,000 for my Tokyo trip. This goal is going very well. I think oh my gosh, words. I have to save $833 per month, and I'm actually getting a really good tax return this year. Just because I shut down my Etsy shop for a couple of months, so obviously revenue was a little bit lower, and because we moved into a bigger house and everything, expenses were a little bit higher. So I'm getting kind of a good chunk of money back, which is great because I'm going to divvy that up, and $1,600 of my tax return is going to go towards Tokyo, which will put me 2 months ahead of schedule, which is really super exciting, especially because I can go ahead and start like booking stuff. I really want to be able to start actually planning our itinerary by sometime this summer, because it's just going to be an involved thing, and I want time to look up the places that I need to eat and the places we need to visit and the things we need to do and what we need to see and all that sort of stuff. So it's really good that I'm going to be ahead of schedule on that, and I'm super excited. I'm not going to just not save $833 for like the 2 months that I will be ahead of schedule. I'm still gonna put that extra money away, but like I said, I'll just be ahead of schedule. And so if for whatever reason something crazy comes up, because we have had some like kind of unforeseen financial circumstances, I think that will really help, especially because, oh my gosh, like our cat Max, I talked about this in the last video, both of my cats have like teeth and gum issues, and Max is going to need like, I think 5 or 6 more teeth taken out. And last time we had that done, it was like $1,200, which is a lot of money, obviously. So we have some things that I know are gonna come up, and so being ahead of schedule will really help. And if I need to only put $600 one month because I need the $200 for something else, then I'll have that cushion and be okay. But I'm still gonna try and shoot for $833 a month anyways. But yeah, so that goal, I would say 10 out of 10 is going very well. The next goal is to read 30 books. This one is also going really well. I have so far this year finished The Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire from the Harry Potter series, and I'm currently reading The Secret History of the Pink Carnation. This actually was a recommendation from my friend Julia, and she lent me her book, and so I'm trying to finish it before she leaves town again so that she can take it back home with her. But I'm only on like chapter, or like page like 40-ish, like chapter 3 I think right now. So I need to finish that really quick because she leaves on the 30th. So I have 5 days to finish that book, and it's not a large book. Like, it's 400 pages, which is kind of solid, but it's a little bit smaller text. So it is actually a little bit heftier than it looks. So I need to get to reading, but it's fine because Julia is bringing her book. So we're gonna have some cool, calm reading nights by the fire together, which will be literally perfect. That will be 3 books this month if I finish it, which is also ahead of schedule for my goals for the year, which is super great. Cool. Next, I have redo 5 furniture pieces. My original plan for January was to finish the nightstand that I bought, but then my friend Kara said that she was going to be purchasing a new dresser for her baby boy that she wanted to refinish. And so I was like, hey, I'll refinish it for you. And that can count as one of my pieces. So I have to finish that this week because I need to go drop it off for her this Saturday, I think is what I'm gonna try and do. Yeah, Saturday or Sunday, I'm gonna go and try drop it off at her house. And I only need to paint. So it is like repaired, sanded, and primed, and I just need to paint it and then I'm done. So we're almost, oh, I need to get new handles for it because the handles were just like painted like wooden knobs, and I feel like I could I feel like I can make it a little bit nicer with something a little bit more special. So I'm gonna go pick up some nicer knobs for it from Home Depot, and I think that will really elevate the look of it as well. So I'm excited to do that for her. So that one is also going well because I literally will finish that one just in the nick of time for the end of the month, which will put me with one furniture piece down for the year. And so I have just 4 more. This next one is also going well, the living room renovation. My goal was to completely finish my living room renovation this year as cheaply as possible, but to the best of my ability, and to get it exactly how I want it either way. And this is going good and bad, I would say, because I have completely ripped out the bookshelves in the living room, and I have made the toe kick that is like the base of the cabinetry. I need to paint the entire back wall. I also have patched all of the nail holes that are within reachable height for me, and I've also sanded all of those down. So I need to go and like paint the bottom half. I'm not even gonna worry about the top half until I get like as far as I can go with like height, because I need a very large ladder to finish painting on this wall and that wall and finish the bookcases, and very large ladders are also very expensive. So I'm trying to not purchase that until I absolutely have to, because obviously there are other construction materials that I'm gonna have to be purchasing, like wood and paint and nails and screws and all that sort of stuff. That one I would say is going like 6 out of 10. My goal for January, I think, was to get the bookshelves ripped out and the wall painted. So I'm like halfway there. I don't know. Oh wait, actually my January goal was just to rip out the bookshelves. So that's actually going great. Can't even be mad about that. Okay. Next one is upload consistently, which I feel like I've done pretty well so far in January. I haven't necessarily uploaded on specific days or times, but I've been getting videos up, which is really good, especially because I'm getting up videos that have been sitting in my arsenal to post for like months. Like my Batu vlog that at Galaxy's Edge that I uploaded right before this one, literally that's from October. So it's like, girl, what were you doing? Like, you could have edited this, but I didn't, and now I have, so that's good. So we're uploading consistently, and I'm still filming quite a bit. Like, I'm filming stuff that I think that y'all will think is interesting. Like, I keep filming the living room renovation stuff, or anytime I just feel like y'all should see something or it would make an interesting video, I've been filming. So while I'm like editing the past, I'm also filming. So it's good because I'm kind of creating a way for myself to always kind of be ahead of schedule and always have something available for me to edit, if that makes sense. So I also feel like that's going pretty well. The next goal, mindful of my health. Okay. I am going to rant for a second. My health is something that I have struggled off and on with for a couple of like years now. If you don't know, I was a ballerina growing up, and when I got to college, I got into bodybuilding, and then after that, honestly, I was sick of dieting and I needed something else to kind of fuel my fire, so I switched to powerlifting. And then I've kind of been in the gym a lot since then. But so when I competed kind of right before in powerlifting, right before COVID hit, and I definitely had like gained some weight from powerlifting, both muscle and fat, as you do. And also because I wasn't living a bodybuilder's lifestyle. I wasn't constantly doing cardio. I wasn't eating chicken and asparagus for every meal. Like, you're gonna gain some weight, which is fine. But then around the time that COVID started to hit, well, there's another huge piece of this, but let me jump to that. When COVID started to hit, that's when I noticed a big decline in my motivation to work out. Obviously, we were stuck in home all day, and I just started living a more sedentary lifestyle sort of by accident because of the situation. Now, I won't get into all of this, but I also definitely had some weight gain issues as a result of getting an IUD. And I have a whole 2-part video series about that on my channel. I'll try and link it up here if you guys would like to see that. So I won't get into all of that because that is like a whole nother story. But I definitely also noticed that I stopped going to the gym as much during COVID. and I kind of dwindled down my fitnessy lifestyle, and I still ate pretty healthily, but then I feel like I started to eat more like junk food and fast food, and I also really easily get addicted to sugar. I think that's also something I talked about in my last video. Saying all of this to say, I have struggled to like find my way back to what a healthy lifestyle looks like for me for a while. It's either like I try and change everything at once, and I try and have a good diet, go to the gym, drink water, 8 hours of sleep a night. Like I try and do everything at once, or I kind of do like none of those things. So my goal for this year was to try and like incorporate like one habit at a time, right? And my goal for January was to like cut out extra sugary stuff, like the hot chocolates that I have, the coffees that have a lot of sugar. And I don't really even know how it started. Like I can't think of what the first thing was, but oh, yes I can. So I also have this thing where I really don't like things to sit in my pantry for a really long time. I don't know why, but it bothers me, and I clean out my pantry and my fridge like once a month just because I don't like things to just sit in there for forever. Like I can't explain it, but it just bothers me, right? And so I had maybe like 6 hot chocolate packets left in my pantry. And I was like, well, they're just gonna be there tempting me. This was on like maybe January 3rd. So I was like, I will not have more than 1 cup of hot chocolate per day, but I'm gonna allow myself to finish these packets off so they're not just sitting in there staring at me when I really want them. Cause I'm fine if I don't buy it. Like if I don't buy it, then I don't have it, and like that's fine. Like I have enough self-restraint not to buy the thing, but if I already have the thing, that's where the willpower really starts to struggle, right? And so I had those hot chocolates, and that was like a few days later that I finished those off, right? And then Brendan and I like got McDonald's the next day, which technically wasn't against my rules, but it still wasn't like a healthy choice. It never is. But something about having like a little bit of bad food, I was like, well, I'm not even really doing my goal of cutting out sugar. So I kind of was like, F it, I'm not even gonna try as far as like that goal goes. And so I was like, I told him, I was like, I think I'm gonna switch my goal for January to like, just make sure that I'm still going to the gym consistently, because that was one thing that I have struggled with off and on for the past couple of years. And it's been something that I've been a lot better about recently. I'm not crying, I just keep yawning and it makes my freaking eyes water. I'm feeling very, I don't even want to say like lost in my health goals, because I'm not lost in them, but I feel down about them. Like last night I laid on the couch and watched TV for like 2 hours, and Brendan and I ordered McDonald's last night, and then a couple hours later I was like a little bit hungry, so I had this like popcorn that has like, it's like the cookie pop popcorn. I've had that in my pantry for forever and I've needed to eat it. So I was like, I'm just gonna eat this. So I had that, and then it was sugary. So then a little bit later I was like, I need something salty, and I couldn't find anything that I liked. So I made a cup of chicken noodle soup, like so random. And then I was like, Holly, why are you still eating? Like you've had enough to eat. You're not even hungry. You're just like bored and watching TV and like whatever. And so I was just feeling really, really down in the dumps about it. And it's just one of those things where I feel like you kind of have to struggle in order to gain some perspective. And I realized that even though I've been doing better about cooking solid meals, I talked about this, I think, in another video and on my podcast with Zoe and stuff, but she and I both were ordering the Factor meals for like, I mean, a solid few months. I ordered them pretty consistently, but I took a break from them One, because I had a bunch that I needed to eat through, and two, it was around Christmas time, so I was gonna be gone a lot from the house, and those meals stack up quick, especially like if you're gone for a couple of days, that's like 4 meals that are just there, and like obviously they go bad. And so I stopped it in December because I needed to eat through the meals that I had, one, and I was gonna be gone a lot. And it's not necessarily cheap. It was costing me about 140 bucks a week. And so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take a pause from these, especially with like us wanting to save for Tokyo. Brendan's trying to save for a car, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'll just make food at home. But then it's like, okay, if I don't go to the grocery store super consistently and I run out of food, we end up ordering McDonald's. So then it's like, maybe I should get the factor meals because they helped me stay consistent. And they also made sure that I ate, because that's my other problem, is that I will go accidentally, like I don't think about it, it just happens. I will go the whole day without eating, and I'll just kind of maybe pick up a couple snacks here and there because I don't feel like stopping to like cook a whole meal in the middle of the day. But with Factor, it was easy because when I went in the kitchen to go get a snack, if it was noon, I just popped the Factor meal into the oven for 7 minutes or however long it took. And then I ate that, and then at least I was like getting like nutrients and, you know, protein and vegetables in and everything. So I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit lost with it. And I've also, like, some of my hip pain has come back, and so I've been really good about doing our upper body days, because Brendan goes to the gym 5 times a week. He goes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. And so I've been going to most of those, especially the upper body days, but like oftentimes only one of the leg days, because leg workouts always seem to irritate my hip, especially deadlifts. So I haven't been doing those, and yeah, I don't know. I haven't felt great about it. I think that last night was kind of like a rock bottom. Sounds dramatic. Also, sorry if you're hearing stuff. My washer is going and it's pouring rain outside. Like, it is calming down right now. Ugh, makes me want to curl up and watch Twilight, but I can't because I have to get back to work in a second. But anyways, saying all that to say, I'm feeling lost about it. Last night kind of felt like a rock bottom moment where like I was just really down in the dumps about it, and I was like behaving poorly. And so it just made me realize, like, girl, like, get it together, okay? You don't need to be perfect when it comes to nutrition, but you don't need to get McDonald's and Cookie Pop and chicken noodle soup and whatever else I ate last night all in like a 2 or 3 hour period. Like, you gotta be a little bit better about this. So I am really gonna try and focus on that a little bit more, and hopefully next month's update is a little bit better. That's where I'm at. Okay, and end of rant. That last goal is more quality time with Brendan. Definitely feel like I've been doing pretty well with this. I feel like one of those things where you can always kind of have better quality time or more quality time, especially in like the busy lives that we live these days. But I do feel like I've done pretty good at that. We've gone to see a couple of movies together, which is like one of our favorite things to do together. So that's been really good. And yeah, I feel like we've like been spending time together. So that's kind of the goal, and we're doing it. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Let me know how 2024 is going for you in the comments below. I'm very interested to know kind of your goals and how they're going for you this year. I am just hoping that I can continue to crush this year. I'm doing really well at like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my 7 goals. So like, I can't be too hard on myself, but arguably the most important one is the one I'm struggling with the most. So I need to kind of get that together. And I'm gonna go cook myself a healthy, protein, nutrient dense lunch right now as a part of that goal. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a like if you did. Hit that subscribe button down below if you want to keep up with my goals journey for 2024. And I'll leave like my Instagrams and stuff if you want to follow along there in the description bar too. I hope you guys have a great rest of your January and a lovely February, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.